Hi and welcome. I wanted to talk to you about manifestation and jealousy. Most of you have had this, that you feel like some people around you are jealous, but you can't quite tell if they are, or that you've been jinxed somehow. In our culture, where I'm from, which is the far Middle East, so my family is from Afghanistan, where they have very superstitious almost. They're very into magic, very into spiritual metaphysics and quantum thinking and quantum leaping, those kinds of things. A lot of remote viewers there. They don't categorize it that way. It's just sort of part of life and really visceral for them. It's really embedded for us there in our bodies. And the evil eye is a subject that is vastly known in the Middle East. As you know, you've seen the jewelry with the eyes, and people put them in their houses to render protection from the evil eye. And what is the evil eye? Of course, we can compare that to being jinxed, but it is that somebody would jinx you on purpose because they're jealous. Your very gaze has intention and power. So if somebody gazes upon someone with bad intentions, with envy, and projecting their negative intentions onto someone, the idea of that is that they will break your aura and break your good luck. So that's the idea. And it is valid to the point that if you do have people in your circle who are jealous to the point that they would sabotage you, you want to be really careful, because they will sabotage your manifestations in little ways. So there's different ways to protect yourself. One way to protect yourself is obviously with those evil eyes, but you do have to place them in your home or on your body with the intention that you are protected, that is warding off the evil glances, unworthy glances. Another way is the act of prayer. So protection prayers. So if you speak something into your energy field, that also protects you. And this is not an act of worship per se. This would be more an act of speaking protection into your subconscious aura, so that people can really feel that your aura and your energy field is impenetrable. That's something that you can build. And to build that, you need to build up your energy field. You need to build up your aura to be so strong, and your boundary so strong that it's not easily penetrated with somebody's evil gaze. So your subconscious mind has to be stronger than theirs. And that's more subconscious. It all plays out on a subtle level that wouldn't necessarily be obvious to everyone. So how do you know that people are actually jealous and want to sabotage you? There's different types of jealousy. I would categorize them sort of as the surface jealousy, where it's just a friendly competition, which everybody has. We're all kind of programmed for this. We all want to be better in the world, right? It's one of those evolutionary programs that is installed in humanity. Somebody will see your new car or new earrings, or you lost some weight and you've been in great shape lately, and they're like, oh my God, I'm so jealous, I wish I was there, right? That's that kind of surface jealousy where people wouldn't necessarily act upon it or linger on it mentally in sort of a negative way. But then there's the kind of people who you share good news with or something, and they kind of get this look like, oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. And then they'll say something to try to poke a hole in it, right? So I'm not saying that everybody who does this intentionally and that they are all jealous, bad people, but this type of envy is not productive to you to have in your life, in your inner circle. You want to keep those people at bay. And possibly not make yourself available to them at all, because they will try to sabotage you if you're in social situations. They'll say just little things that'll cast doubt upon you or about you. And constantly being doubted by your inner circle is just not going to give you the confidence to move forward in your life and to accomplish the things you want. So that's how they actually sabotage you, by constantly poking holes in your aura, and you must protect yourself from that. Another way to distinguish people with the evil eye, so people who are jealous of you and have bad intentions for you, those who will sabotage you. Another way to know is when they give you advice and then say you shouldn't have done that. Let's say it was just a brief story. I was in the process of leaving my former husband, my ex-husband, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do and where I was going to live. And my own sister, so don't think that your own kin won't be the kind that will do this, was giving me advice, saying, well, you should just move out and find your own place, and forget about this and forget about that, and you should just come live with me, or and continue to put that pressure on that I should do that. And when I finally did that a couple of months later, it was like, well, why did you do that? Right? So when people suggest things to you that later become they don't work out, and then they blame you. You're always responsible for your own actions, so never place responsibility of your own actions on someone else. But when people give you bad advice and then blame you and not say, oh, I wonder, I feel like I misguided you in that, and I feel like I should have maybe told you something else, that didn't work out, did it? Instead of something like that, they actually blame you and do not actually acknowledge that they gave you advice. And they're changing their story all the time. People who change their story all the time, they are not well intended for you. They're just manipulating and controlling, and for the most part jealous. And do not overestimate who will be jealous of you. You will be surprised at people that actually end up being jealous, because I always thought, oh, that person isn't going to be jealous. They are doing better than me. They are blonde, they are tall, they are rich. They're richer than me, they're taller than me, they're whiter than me. They have everything. Why should they be jealous of me? And always them. Envy is something that is of the mind. It has nothing to do with the actual base facts or how you look or how they look. It is just their perception of what they perceive as either a threat, and for the most part it's energy work. It's really in your subconscious mind to constantly run energy cords through your auric field, and make yourself very, very unavailable for that. That's on a very visceral, deep level. It's not really something that you would consciously walk around talking about. If you tell people, oh, I have such clear boundaries and I don't like jealous people, all this kind of stuff, well, you're probably actually not. You're probably not really protecting yourself, and you're probably putting up with a lot more from people than you should. So careful when you do your social talking. Often I find with your manifestations, it is best with your intentions. Say you're manifesting your dream car, your dream business, your husband, your children, anything like that. It's best not to share that with too many people, especially if you're not 100% sure that they will pray that happens for you and do everything in their power to support you in that. If people in your inner circle aren't at that level for you, at that level of love for you, where they're kind of looking at you like, yeah, well, that's not going to happen for you. If they do stuff like that, it means they're probably not 100% supportive of you, and maybe envious to a degree that they don't want good things to happen to you. It's not that you have to cut them out completely, but I wouldn't entrust them with your deepest desires, because they will not work on weaving that reality with you. They will try to poke holes in it, and with that, cast an evil eye on your dreams. I do have protection meditations coming out where I teach you to learn to protect your energy field here on YouTube. So that's where you're going to learn to do it energetically, program your subconscious mind to detect jealousy and negative energy directed towards you. Also to really weave that very protective energy around others too, around people you love, and the things you want to protect as well. I also teach with elementals. You can do with such as salt and crystals, essential oils and smoke, even just rituals of smoke and light with candles. Those are the kinds of things that really help as well. Script works in other cultures and other traditions. I'll leave you with that, and I would love to hear from you. Give me some comments below. Give me a like button too. Subscribe if you got value out of this. Bye for now.